I've been in production for a while. I started as a production assistant, so I've been around for a while. And I've worked on a couple of films that are not mine and other shows. I've done work with Desperate Housewives as the production manager, with Kola Afolayan, production coordinator, and many things I can't remember right now off the top of my head.
Okay.
Well, I made my first feature film in 2014.
Okay.
Was when it came out, titled Juju.
Okay.
It was a zero budget zombie thriller.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It went on to win Best Nigerian Film at AFRIF that year.
Oh wow. Wow. So you've been winning awards, not you didn't start today.
It didn't start.
That's amazing.
And then it's traveled around the world and still making waves, because even as recently as 2 days ago, it was featured in Paris.
Oh wow.
Amongst the prominent voices of cinemas.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've made some other films. There's Old Town, there's Hello Rain, a short film.
Okay.
And then Juju Stories, and then in post-production now is Mami Wata in Paris.
That's great. So when should we expect it? Is it coming to cinemas, or is it just going to be on film festivals for now?
Well, we hope to have our world premiere later in the year.
Okay.
And I think around that time we'll decide which way we want to go in terms of distribution. I still hope to distribute in Nigeria, but hoping that we can have a better conversation, because Juju Stories is my first outing in Nigerian cinemas. It's just a difference in ideology, because the cinemas in Nigeria believe that our films are not commercial. It's not mainstream type of production.
I see.
And we've always insisted that you need to give it a chance for you to know. So I think Juju Stories is pretty much like a test run for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really have much time to prepare, because we didn't know that it would go to cinemas, and then we didn't have marketing budget at all. Being the hardcore indie filmmakers that we are, so we're just trying and people have been very supportive. People in the industry really love the film, and they've put in good words here and there. So it got a lot of support, and it didn't make money, but it got very good reviews. So I'm very curious to see how the distributors will take that, and if it will make the conversation with Mami Wata better, because Mami Wata is a black and white film. So I don't know if they're going to say, you people have come again now.
Now, I'm actually a lot curious, because yes, we've seen black and white movies, Charlie Chaplin, the likes and stuff. But I mean, like a Nigerian black and white movie, that would be different. And I think that would be something that would be interesting to see in the cinemas. But like you said,
yes,
the conversation,
it would be, and it's really sexy, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. I think the more diversity we have in the film space, the better for everybody. So you understand that you don't have to do this one way.
But for the distributors, it's important for those things to turn to money.
I mean, that's the business at the end of the day. So,
do you understand? And like I said, I want to see how the conversation goes, because, like everyone knows, if Juju Stories had more marketing,
yes,
so, that would have been more successful and all of that.
Yes.
People didn't hate it. People just didn't hear about it.
Yes. For Juju Stories, right? Still on this particular one. I mean, has it won any awards? I know it has won some awards, but I want to talk about it.
Juju Stories, I can't even keep up. It world premiered at Locarno Film Festival in Switzerland, which is a top 5 international film festival worldwide. Yeah. And it won Best Film. And he won Best Directing at AFRIF recently.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that maybe we get into Netflix because of, I think that's where Nigerians are secondly. Um, so that there's just more accessibility for people. Yeah, so I just feel like there's a diverse audience to explore, and we're leaving a lot of money on the table by catering to just the same audience, over and over again, and you're losing this other whole set of people that could also be adding to the numbers and adding to the monies and all of that, and also taking our work out there, because right now it feels like there's only one kind of film out of Nigeria. If you mention Hollywood, everybody has a mental picture what to expect.
Absolutely.
And yeah, as a people, we're much more than that. We're much more than that in our music, in our culture, in our language, in our food.
Absolutely.
So how can all our films be the same? It just doesn't. It can't happen. It can't be like that because we are not like that.
So looking at your story is like deeply rooted in like African, Nigerian kind of culture. So in the sense that you mentioned Juju the other time, and now you're doing Juju Stories, and then you're talking about Mami Wata, right? Like why like what is the inspiration there? Like why you decide to go this direction?
I think inspiration is all around us. It's just who we are. Okay. I know we think that zombie films are the narratives of zombies generated with Hollywood, but no, it's an African thing. If you do some research on that, you find that the whole concept of the living dead, it's an African thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Why not? And then you talk about Juju is like our everyday language, same as up nepa, because a child is not like I'll call Juju for you. You see someone with crazy makeup, what kind of makeup? Like it's our everyday. They give birth to you and you meet that word. You don't know where it came from and all of that. We even call our masquerade Juju. So it's there. So why not? Really, is a part of us. Same thing with the stories in Juju Stories. We will be hearing since that don't pick money on the road. If you pick money, you just don't. You talk to them. And people will say there was one guy, there was this. Although we've never seen, but we'll be hearing. And the fear of it will not even allow you try to see whether it's true. You just by default respect yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Same love portion is nothing. It's not a new element to us. Right from the days of whenever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even before the white man and his education, you also know that there's always that the act of seduction one way or the other.
Yes.
And then in Suffer we meet, we always have that schoolmate or classmate that we're not sure what's up.
What to think of them?
You're not sure. The day people quarrel, it's the day you fall down from the staircase or the swing.
And then you have questions.
The day principal slaps you is the day principal will have swollen hand and all those kind of things, and you'll be wondering.
Yeah.
Or the ones that they shout at them, they faint, and the whole school is in problem because you refuse to wake up from the fainting and. Those weird stories, especially if you went to a government school, you have heard a lot of. So there are things around us. It's not far-fetched. It's not strange. Mami Wata is the same thing. In fact, I found it very sad that every time I talk to people in their 20s, they are very, very disconnected from it. I think for my own generation, they did a good job of brainwashing us in the church, because anytime a woman is too fine, she's Mami Wata. Anytime you do something stupid, is that Mami Wata girl in your life. So I think Mami Wata faced a lot of demonizing in our own time in church. But you guys are kind of carefree and open-minded, but somehow it did not trickle down to you from a cultural perspective. So you've heard of it,
yes,
but you've never given it thought somehow. And so Mami Wata is one of those things that, again, very African, very West African even, not just Nigeria. It's the West African mythology, which is why we filmed here. We were positioning the film like, okay, this is our thing for us, or whether francophone, anglophone, we don't care. Let's just make something. When Hollywood takes from our concept and makes Little Mermaid, all of you go and buy school bag and merchandise and all of that for your kids. But when we said we want to make him Mami Wata, people were saying, Lord of Jesus, Lord of Jesus. Are you guys in the cult? Why do you keep doing things like this?
Yeah.
And people will ask you, are you a Christian? What has that got to do with anything? Isn't it that pot? I met it here. So why not? Why don't we explore and enjoy and show off those elements of ourselves too, as Africans?
Yeah.
And it's very interesting because from the time we came up with the idea, we were faced with like a whole lot of hostility here, trying to raise money and all of that. But when the film got into film labs outside of Nigeria, we just turned VIP somehow. The first time was in Burkina Faso, and we got there. Everybody was so nice to us and telling us thank you for choosing to make a film titled Mami Wata.
Can you imagine?
And they were elderly people, people that would be ages of our parents, uncles, all those, and they're like, thank you, yes, this is what we should be doing, telling our stories, and we're really happy. Got to South Africa, it was the same thing, a whole lot of women, like, the continent needs this, African women need this, and like, even me that was making the film wasn't taking it as seriously as they were, but you could see that, story aside, just by the fact that you're making something that they connect to, the thing just resonates with them, and they're already so happy and emotional and excited, and nobody has even asked what the storyline is. So you can see that there's something deeply rooted in us. And so why not, really?
This is amazing. So now, still talking about Juju Stories, right? So like I said, I've seen it, and it's 3 stories in one, right? Was it your idea to make 3 stories in one? And why did you decide to go that direction? Why not just make 3 different films?
Okay, first of all, the 3 directors had formed the collective.
Okay.
And the purpose of the collective is quite clear, to tell our stories differently from what is in the mainstream. And so as a collective, they basically work together, even when they are working individually, still as a team, even when they put together, because they've done a short before called Visions.
Okay.
And it was 3 shots in 1 shot.
I see.
Yes. In Africa for some time and has traveled around. It was made up of, like I said, 3 stories, 3 directors. So the feature film was just same thing, 3 shots, 3 directors, 3 stories to make a feature. Yeah, so maybe the next one will be a series, I don't know. As the spirit leads.
Yeah. So how long did it take to produce Juju Stories?
Does producing ever finish? Because you take a while to look for money, get into production, finish money. Okay, even now, I'm still producing, so to speak, because you still have to go into the business side of things. Like the work is ongoing. So maybe you ask me specifically how long it took to shoot.
So how long did it take to shoot it?
About 10 days.
10 days. Oh wow, nice. And it was all shot where?
In Lagos.
Oh, nice.
So far, the reach was mostly in
Last Protect,
yes. Then Yam was on the streets of Surulere.
I saw something around Ikate.
Yes, exactly. And then Love Portion was mostly in railway compound.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me. I really appreciate taking time from your schedule.
You're very welcome.